Hey, good morning, everybody. We're going to go over our Forex trades for today, Friday, July 25th. I'm not going to be trading the rest of the day. Going to take the day off. Friday in the middle of summer. You guys know the deal. Volatility is down, and it only gets worse on Fridays during the summer. So we did have a few trades that we can go over that were from late yesterday afternoon, last night, or overnight. We had 5 trades, pulled out 8.7 pips. Again, very similar to the day before or the evening before, before Thursday. Just slow, kind of running on a treadmill type trading. But we'll take it. I mean, it is 8.7 pips. That's before commission, so after you're looking at like 3.7 pips. Just not a lot of action there. So we'll go over the trades real quick. First trade you're looking at here is a short in Australian dollar, US dollar. We were short 0.94194. Picked up 3.2 pips. You see it goes in our favor right off the bat, and then just consolidates here. We gave it some time. It tried to break up out of that consolidation, came right back, tried to break down below the consolidation, and failed. And you see that, you got to say, it's just most likely gonna consolidate some more. And that's pretty much what it did. I mean, it did consolidate again for hours after we got out. Tried to break down, came right back again. So that's just showing you the lack of action, really. Unless there's a news event, obviously. But so my point is there's not a lot of head traders, not a lot of traders on their desk putting in the order flow to create the volume on its own, unless you get an economic number or some type of geopolitical event that can make things move. So and we really are not huge fans of trading those types of news stories. We trade more off of technical, more off of when volume is going to come in based off that technical, and right now you're just not getting it. Second trade is a very similar type trade, short euro yen, 137.058. Just consolidates here, comes into this range from a few days ago, consolidates, tries to break down, fails, and when it failed, recovered, picked up 4.1 pips. And here it is many hours later, it tried to pop up, failed, tried to break, and right now it's currently trying to break down as we're speaking. And this is, we covered this thing last evening at 8 o'clock at night on the East Coast, 8 p.m. And here it is at 8 a.m. and finally starting to break down. So we'll see. This thing, I wouldn't be surprised if this just reversed right back and ends up, finishing the week somewhere around the figure of 137. And that's the other thing. It was consolidating right around the figure, and our feeling on the figure. So what? We picked up 4.1, not so bad. Pound to Swiss franc, we were long this, same type of thing, 1.533669. Long it. Looks like when we bought it was trying to break up. It failed, came back, consolidated. And just took our losses. Took the 2.9. We actually took this loss before we went to bed. We shut everything down, or before we left. I say, finished trading for the day or for the evening. We shut it down. Took the loss of 2.9. It tried to break down, failed, and then tried to break up. This was news that came out of the UK last night. I forgot what CPI, I think it was. Which came in line. Didn't surprise the street at all. So didn't really do much. Pound to US dollar, we were short this 1.69824. You'll see we were short this and we were long euro US dollar. Now they don't move hand in hand, but they do have some correlation. So we were short this. We set our profit target because it was overnight. We set our profit target right around this 1.6975 level. We covered 7.2, picked up 10.4 pips. It corresponds with sort of these bottoms here from the 24th, and that's where it went. We covered there. It broke through it. So did we leave some on the table? Sure. Again, overnight, we're not watching it. We have our stops in place. And we also knew the news was coming from the UK. So it was, if this didn't happen previous, we were either going to totally get filled down here when that news came, or get stopped out. But we were out before the news came, as you can see there from the chart. And then euro US dollar, at the same time we're short pound US dollar, at the same time we're long euro US dollar. And it looked like it was going to be popping up, failed. Again, this was overnight. And so we set our stops if it takes out this consolidation range as it was breaking out where we bought it, that if it comes back down and takes out the lows of that consolidation range to get out. And that's exactly what it did. We lost to 6.1. It was the right move because, again, they're somewhat correlated. You could see their movements down overnight. And she came in and, we would have been held in a much bigger loss or got stopped out if we had set the, if we decided to set the stops down here. You're looking at, a 20, 25 pip, 30 pip loss. So, that wouldn't make sense, especially if you short the pound the US dollar. So in the end, 5 trades, picked up 8.7 pips. Not the worst thing in the world. We'll take it and we'll move on. If you're still trading now, if you got the guts to trade on Friday in the middle of summer, good luck to you. And we'll be back next week. Have a great weekend.